Imagine you are an adventurer, walking down an unpaved path. On this path, it's snowing and there's a bunch of trees surrounding you. You can't really see what's ahead of you. As you're walking down this path in hopes to find some treasure, you hear the sounds of a woman weeping. All you can think about is how much trouble this woman is in, so you go faster to see if you can help. As you go down and down this path, these glowing orbs come to you. They circle you, they follow you, almost like they're pulling you towards the sound of this woman weeping. As you get closer and closer to the sound, you see a woman draped in cloth, glowing, weeping. You ask her what's wrong, she doesn't answer. You can sense something isn't right, so you try to pull out your sword, but your body doesn't move. You're mesmerized. You're controlled. You can't do anything. As the woman attacks, before you know it, you're dead. Today we are talking about Wispmothers. Very little is known about them, but there are some books. So sit down and enjoy the stories of the Wispmother. Among the folk tales from the northern reaches of Skyrim, few subjects are as popular as the Wispmother. Ghostly women who lure unsuspecting travelers to their doom, steal children, and take vengeance on those who wronged them in life. Similar tales exist throughout Tamriel. The Muslane of Stros-Makai, who lure ships to wreck on jagged shoals, then consume the souls of those on board. The Serpentine Chalass of Blackmarsh, the Armanol of Valenwood. But unlike these mythic creatures, most scholars concede that the Wispmothers actually exist. Though rare, credible reports of their sightings are simply too frequent to be ignored. Herian, a synopsis of what can be gleaned from provincial legends, and the dominant theories on what they might actually be, Wispmothers. Most tales agree on only a few basic facts about Wispmothers. They are always female. They take the form of human, some say elven, but spirits, weathered in mists and decaying rags. They have an affinity for frost magic, rarely appearing in more temperate climes. But beyond that, tales differ wildly. Some say they are ghosts, waiting to be laid to rest. Others, that they are all that remains of the Snow Elves, who once ruled Skyrim. Some say they are native to the Howmarch, or North more generally. But other tales mention them in forgotten places on mountaintops, as far away as the Gerals. Most reputable scholars dismiss these stories, preferring instead to focus on the few documented sightings from recent years. From these two dominant theories have emerged, based on his extensive research into necromancy and Cyrodiil's alien creature, Master Sadrin Serethi posits Wispmothers are a necrologic state, the type of lich dom developed by now forgotten First Era culture. Under his theory, these are no mere ghosts. They are a cult of powerful sorceresses who achieved eternal life through undeath. Alternatively, Lidet Villain of the Synod contends that the Wispmothers are not undead at all, but rather elemental manifestations arising out of Nirn itself. By noting several similarities to Spriggans and Ice Wraiths, she contends that Wispmothers are essentially elemental personifications of snow or mist, innately wielding the power of their element, instead of manipulating it through conventional sorcery. Wisps. In most accounts, the victim is initially drawn to the Wispmother by glowing ghostly lights. Although initially passive, these creatures later attack in tandem with her, distracting the victim and draining their energy. Popular legend holds that these are spirits of the Wispmother's previous victims. These spirits strengthen her, so anyone hoping to destroy her must first release the souls of those she had killed. To scholars, this description immediately recalls Willow the Wisp, a rare endangered swamp denizen of southern Tamriel. Oddly, Cyrodiilic legends invariably refer to wisps as lone predators. While these appear to exist in sort of a symbiotic relationship with others of their kind, Villain argues that these wisps are a subspecies of true wisps, scavengers that lure prey to the Wispmother and share in the psychoethereal energy released by her kills. As codependent scavengers, they most likely lack the formidable defense of their predatory cousins, rendering them far more vulnerable. Alternatively, Serethi posits that these wisps are merely emanations or conjurings of the Wispmother and not free-living creatures. This is supported by one incident in which an adventurer reportedly killed a Wispmother directly, only to observe the remaining wisps immediately perish as well, though the source is considered highly unreliable. In summary, scholarly opinion about Wispmothers and wisps is sharply divided, and it is likely to remain for some time, but all sources agree on one crucial point. These are highly dangerous foes and should be avoided at all costs. I'm pretty sure this is a song written about Wispmothers. It's called The Whisperer's Song. Do you fear me, dear intruder? Will you listen when I speak? Do you want to hear my story? Know the terror that I wreak. Follow silken webs through darkness, and you'll find just what you seek. For moons and more, the words I bore were whispering to the meek. Their hearts and minds became all mine, surrendered without a squeak. But why, they cry inside their minds, unable to even speak. I mock their woe, for those who know have perished, deranged, and weak. There is another lore book that I completely forgot to read, and I'm sorry for that. It's called The Lost Legends. You've probably seen the book. It starts the Pale Lady quest. For generations, the people of Morthal have told whispered tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders the northern marshes forever, seeking her lost daughter. Some say that she steals children who wander astray, others that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. But behind these tales may lie a kernel of trust, for ancient records speak of Umriel, a mysterious figure Ysgramor's heirs battled for decades and finally sealed away. Now, with that description, are they elves? The only elf race that I can think of are snow elves that would have a high affinity to frost damage. So I think these are Falmer in a way. So we can assume that it is snow elves, and maybe these women were very high, like, sorceresses and found a way to become spectral form or find a way to exist forever in the afterlife, and now want to take revenge on, Nords and people who took their homeland. And that's why they are killing pretty much everybody they come across, is because they're full of revenge. I have no idea. There's not really much to go on. Although Umriel, who Ysgramor fought, I feel like they're snow elves with the high resistance to frost. That could be just because they're a ghost, in a ghost-like form. But I think these are women of the once snow elves, who were just very powerful sorceresses and maybe found a way to find eternal life beyond the grave, and now are out for revenge. We don't know, but I always found Wispmothers very unsettling. Even from when I was a kid, I remember just doing the Mages Guild questline and running into that Wispmother for the first time, and just, what the hell is that? I mean, what is that? That is a ghost. I've never seen anything like it. And then you run into one with the Pale Lady quest, like I covered. And I think there's another one. Or maybe there may be a few more, but I think there's another one. I don't remember where. I'll put it up on screen, the locations, but yeah, Wispmothers always intrigue me. I wish there was more on them, but I also don't, because that was what makes them special. I don't know, there's just something about them, and especially hearing the readings of them, like, wailing, almost like a siren. Okay, I'm rambling. Anyways, I want to know your thoughts on what Wispmothers may be, or where did they come from, or what you think about them. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.